This is Moonshine and Music with Joe Shelton. Wait a minute, that's me. Anyway, we're going to bring you some inspiring songwriters, musicians, and maybe some side challenges and other stuff around the music industry. So stick with us right now, because the show is coming your way. Woo! Moonshine and Music starts right now. Welcome to Moonshine and Music. Today we have Peter Taylor in studio. How you doing, Peter?
I'm very tired.
You're very tired?
But I'm doing well.
Yeah. I see. Yeah. Last night's show got you?
Yeah, well, I played a show, got done at 10, but it was over by the Ohio-Pennsylvania border. And so I attempted to drive back afterwards to Indiana. But we had that like freak slush storm, so I had to stop for like 3 hours at a Wendy's and like sleep until it stopped because I couldn't get any traction on my tires, and then I continued on. So,
well, I appreciate you still making it in here. That's it's a rough long drive.
Yeah.
Well, you know, tell us a little bit about where you're from and where you grew up.
Let's see here. I grew up in Greenfield.
That's a great town. I lived there for 16 years.
Yeah, my parents still live there, so I still go there fairly often. I live in Indy, right close to downtown.
So were you like which elementary school? Was it Weston?
Well, I was homeschooled. So no elementary school for me.
Homeschool. So did your mom do the teaching?
Yeah, my mom did the teaching, so I was homeschooled through 8th grade. My dad was the principal, the disciplinary guy.
Yeah.
So
so when you get called to the principal's office, you were really actually in trouble?
Yes. Yeah. Spankings for you. Yeah. So
makes sense.
Yeah. So, but when I went to high school, I went to Greenfield Central.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what year did you graduate from Greenfield Central?
Ooh. 2006. That's the year.
So I lived there then.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. My kids were probably in elementary school at that point. But yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So was it a strange transition going from homeschool into the high school?
It was a very jarring. I did a summer PE, and I was on the soccer team to kind of like help
like edge you in.
Yeah, edge me in a little bit. Still, I didn't really get used to it until like the end of my sophomore year. So, but I learned, and I'm better for it now. So.
Yeah. So was the soccer team, were you a varsity soccer player? Or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, not my freshman year.
Well, obviously.
But yeah, after that, yeah.
Yeah. So do you still play at all? Or?
I still play when I can. Actually, I play in like the summer leagues out in Greenfield still.
Oh, yeah?
Pretty often with some old dudes. And then I play pickup where possible. I play a lot of kickball now.
Yeah.
Circle City Athletics? Yeah.
No, I've heard of it.
Yeah, well, you can play any sport with them, basically. And so I've been on a kickball team now for 3 years, which is like
that's cool. Do you play with like the little red rubber balls?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So, that's cool. We used to love kickball back in the day.
Yeah.
Sort of love it.
Right.
It was better than some of the other weird PE sports.
It's true.
You didn't get to experience those in like elementary school.
Yeah.
But some of them were really bad.
Yeah, none of the weirdest ones. So when I was in high school, I still got to play some dodgeball before it got like banned.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So I had that going for me.
Dodgeball should never be banned.
It's good for you.
It is.
It's a learning experience.
It's totally that. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
That's true. Well-known truth.
Exactly. It's an axiom.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it goes. Soccer and kickball aside, when you were growing up, what made you start playing music? When did you start playing?
So I wrote my first song when I was 14, my freshman year of high school. I was very quiet.
Was it guitar then? Did you?
No, actually, I wrote it without an instrument.
Oh, okay.
I had some index cards. I wrote out the lyrics, and I had like the tune, and then I knew how to play the piano, and so I figured out what the notes were on the piano. But besides that, it was just my voice.
How old were you when you started with the piano?
Ooh, I was 7.
Yeah. So did somebody come in and do lessons, or did
Yeah. We had a teacher come in and do lessons for all my siblings who were homeschooled at the time.
Right.
And so I did that for probably 7 years until I was like a sophomore in high school. But you can't really lug a piano around. It's hard, and I don't like how keyboards play. So, but yeah, so I wrote my first song at 14. As I was really quiet, I had a hard time communicating effectively, and so it was a way for me to get some things out,
Right.
And so I kept writing through high school, but I didn't really show anybody. And I got a guitar freshman year of college, and so I started writing on the guitar. It's way more efficient.
Did you have a formal lesson at all?
No,
Or did you just teach yourself?
Taught myself.
Like YouTube? What did you?
YouTube a little bit. When I was in college, there were a bunch of guitar players in college.
Oh, so there were other guys helping you.
And so I would just be like, "Hey, how do you play this thing?" And so they would show me.
Where'd you go to college?
Indiana Wesleyan University, up in Marion.
Marion? Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Great experience there. I was an RA for 3 years, which I enjoyed.
Wow,
So-
you got to tell people what to do.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, got to keep the rules.
So were you like the RA in Son-in-Law? Were you like,
I haven't seen it.
you haven't seen it with Pauly Shore? No. Okay. Well, we'll move
Sorry.
forward. I'm old.
I'm young, I guess.
Yeah. That's a classic RA.
Okay.
Movie.
Probably not, though. I imagine. Just given.
It's not a real classic. It's one of those guilty pleasure classics.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Face Off.
Yeah, exactly. Totally just
Yes.
terrible movie.
Yes,
Right, but
yeah.
still good in its own weird way. Right.
Yeah. So started writing on the guitar freshman in college, and then after I graduated college, I went to grad school. And
Oh wow, for what? What did you go?
medieval church history.
Really?
So my undergrad was in history, and then I was studying like 600 of 1200 year-wise.
So are you like when you got out of school? Did you like work with a museum or what?
I wanted to be a professor, so it would have
I
been
see.
school for always. So I had my first show during that time, and it felt way better. It was just like the most natural thing to me, which is weird because I hadn't really come across something like that before. And so I quit grad school shortly after that. And that had been my plan up to that point. And so I moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and with my old college roommate who was running lights for bands down there, to try to just like figure out how to do stuff. And so I was there for 3 years. I was in a duet, and she had a bunch of training, and so it was
What was her name?
Her name is Christine. She still lives there.
Okay. And I assume still does music.
I believe so, in 3 or 4 different bands.
Right.
She plays like every single instrument, and is a wonderful singer. She actually came up with one of her bands and played at Square Cat.
What's that band called? Just so people can, little shout out.
Fame and Fiction, I believe.
Fame and Fiction.
Yeah, there might be like a "the" in there, but I think it's just Fame and Fiction. And so I got to see her there, and it was really good. And then after 3 years, my brother, who was living in Anderson at the time, said, "Hey, we should move to like downtown Indy and start doing stuff down there." I was like, "All right, I think it's time. I think I've learned what I was going to learn in Nashville," and it was great. This is actually the first place I came to play.
This Books and Brews?
This Books and Brews. That was when they were playing around the corner in the little
on the other side?
on the other side of the wall.
Before this opened up over here with the stage.
Yeah,
stuff,
and
huh?
it was incredible, like how friendly they were to me and how much they liked what I was doing, because in Nashville it's tough because there's so many bands. Like no one has the time to listen to anybody.
Right.
And so it started here for me in Indy. So
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you One of the things about you, and the folks will hear as soon as they hear, if they haven't heard you sing before, is that your voice is really like totally different from your speaking voice.
Yeah.
And like, it's almost like, you'll like introduce a song and then you'll start singing and it's like, whoa, was it naturally like that, or was it something that developed, or was that just the way you started singing?
That's how I've always sung.
Yeah, just like
I think
that deeper, like kind of baritone.
Yeah, I
power.
I started
like
singing
very powerful, honestly.
Yeah.
Like and that's the thing that when I'm in the crowd, like I was at your record launch show, like I don't know, it was last year.
Yep,
at some point.
that was April, I think.
Right. And like I'm in the crowd, and there was a couple people next to me that hadn't heard you before.
Awesome.
And it like you started singing, and they were like, "Whoa, so much power!" Like like they were freaked out, like how powerful it was.
Yeah. Part of it is I grew up singing around the piano with my brothers and my dad, and we'd try to like sing harmony and stuff, and I would always get confused. So what I would do is I would just sing so loud that I couldn't hear anybody else, and so that kind of it started there. And it's actually kind of a problem because when the mixer guys like do the mix, when I talk, no one can hear me because it's prepped for my vocals for when I'm singing, and so I have to like talk really loud, and then I'll like lose my voice. So that's something I'm still working through.
So they can keep you from distorting when you sing.
Exactly.
They've got it turned down so that when you're trying to talk, you're like, "Hi, I'm here."
Right.
And then
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like the first thing I tell the sound guy when I get there is you probably want to turn my vocals down. Otherwise, you're going to regret it probably. So.
Yeah. A new sound guy is probably like torture with you the way your voice works. I mean, it's kind of that way with me as well. I mean, because I'm a pretty loud guy, but I mean, with you, it's just it's like a whole different level. It's like wow,
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what records that you have out there so far, and are you working on a new one? I think is that
no.
the truth?
No, I'm not working. I released a new EP in February.
Oh, okay. So you just released it.
Just released, yeah.
Right.
So when I was in Nashville, I wrote the songs for the duet I was in. That was called Smith and Jones, and so that was an EP, The Ache and the Awe, and then we released a full length called To Make Them Brave. And then when I moved back here, I started making solo albums. Although there's so much talent in Indianapolis, I find people to record on the album, so a lot of great people are on there. But so Find Solace Here was my most recent full length. That was the show.
That was the show I was
That was the show. Right, yeah. And then the EP that I released recently is called Thunder from the Valley.
Okay, yeah, I remember listening to that now.
Yeah. So that's just a little 3-song guy. I didn't really have a place in the songs that I had been writing, and so it felt right to get those three
felt
together.
Like they go together, but not with the others.
Right.
I can understand that.
And I didn't really want to keep writing more songs in that vein because they might be the saddest songs I've ever written.
That was my assessment. They were pretty rough.
Yeah. So
but if you hang out with some of the guys around here like we do, it just like drives you to the sad side of things, right?
Sometimes. I mean, and there are parts of life that are sad. And
absolutely.
You gotta sing about what you experience, and sometimes you're sad. So write the sad songs when they come up.
The sad songs say so much. So said the man. Yeah. Right.
What man?
Elton John.
Okay, I'm young. I'm young.
You don't know that one?
No, sorry.
Well, so it's at this point in the program when we have a little new segment that's called Moonshine Trivia.
Okay.
And what we're gonna do is you're gonna get a bell, and Mr. Brent Smith, who's a local comedian, is gonna come in and play trivia with us after he is, if he's so ready to come. We, there's no money to be won, or lost in this particular venture.
Pride, lots of pride.
Okay, I can do pride.
So, Brent is a really a trivia expert.
Okay.
So
very good at this.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't have to be nervous, but so the first question: how big is your TV?
Gross domestic product of Mexico.
That's pretty big. That's correct.
Told you I was good at this.
Next question. Which singer should run for president of IKEA?
Booger Bikini Baby Mama.
Okay.
Correct?
It is. I can't believe you got it on the first try. What was the name of the neighbor's cat in the TV show Three's Company?
Phil.
I think that's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
What color pants was FDR wearing when he took his first photo as president?
Barrel jumping.
Correct. Thank you, Brent, for coming in for today's Moonshine Trivia and the
luck next
returning
time.
champion.
Thank you, Brent.
So, what songs are you going to do for us today?
Well, you didn't actually tell me how many to do. How many are we
Well,
going to do?
we get to do two, and
okay.
one will be on the program, and
Okay.
one will be a Moonshine moment.
Awesome. Okay, so
what we put out later is just a music video.
sweet. Okay, so the two songs that I'll be doing then will be There's No Need and then Thunder from the Valley, which is the title track of the newest EP.
So, well, I'm ready to get to it. Are you ready to play some songs?
Sure.
All right, man. We'll be right back with Peter Taylor on the stage here at Moonshine and Music.
Okay, so I'm Peter Taylor. This first song's Thunder from the Valley. Hear the thunder from the valley as it rumbles on and on and on. Feel the thunder from the valley, shaking the stones with every trudge. Walking through the valley of pain and that dark grief, stumbling into a crow, it snatches the breath from the lungs. So hear the thunder from the valley as it rumbles on and on and on. Feel the thunder from the valley, shaking the stones with every trudge. The valley is a deafening silence that holds you down at night. It says your strength is up. It's time to drink that cup. So hear the thunder from the valley as it rumbles on and on and on. Feel the thunder from the valley, shaking the stones with every trudge. Thunder, the sound of resistance against breaking down. Say no to solitude, to the acceptance of the death before death before death. So hear, oh hear, hear, oh hear, hear the thunder from the valley. Oh, hear the thunder from the valley. Oh, hear the thunder from the valley. As it rumbles on and on and on. As it rumbles on and on. Thank you. And the second one is called There's No Need.
put the pain of the world on my shoulders. That was a mine to bear. The lost cried out from every country. Well, I broke down and wailed. So lift up those chain-bound chests. Let it be known, let it be known, let it be known that we feel with every heartbeat. No need for that soul of stone. Yes, we feel with every heartbeat. No need for that soul of stone. There's no There's no There's no need to bear that load, bear that load. There's no need to bear that load, bear that load. I found nothing for my neighbor, shook hands with my friends, when joy and pain were the same, and defense my only stance. So lift up those chain-bound chests. Let it be known, let it be known, let it be known that we feel with every heartbeat. No need for that soul of stone. Yes, we feel with every heartbeat.
Moonshine and Music is a presentation of Notlehs Entertainment. Copyright 2019, all rights reserved. Our producer is Joe Shelton. Our cameraman, grip, and stunt double is Brent Lee Smith. On cameras and all sorts of other stuff, Bailey Shelton. And our staff guru is Brent Schlemmer. Join us each Sunday for more episodes of Moonshine and Music.